Hi guys, Max Perez here from Digital Octopus. Today we're gonna go over these two head units. As you can see, they look exactly the same, but there's a big difference between them, and that big difference is inside the machine. So we're gonna go ahead and compare these two. This is the CC10-15 and this is the DO10-15. So let's go ahead and power these up and see how long it takes to start. Okay, so as you can see, the CC10 has loaded up a little bit faster. They usually take about 30 seconds to start up. And the DO loads up first, and this one should take 2 or 3 more seconds. And there we go. So now they're both fully loaded. But don't get it wrong. This radio, when you turn it off in your vehicle, the next time you turn it on, it'll turn on instantly. This one does the same process every time. So every time you shut off your car and you turn it back on, it'll take 30 seconds to start. You could work around it by going into apps, then go into settings, and we're gonna go into apps and settings here so you can see the difference between them. And we're gonna go into car settings on both of them. Now we're gonna find shutdown delay here, and then on this one is sleep. So this is where the big difference is, and this is due to the processor. So this processor only allows the radio to stay on for 1 hour. That means if you go to the store, you go in, you come out within an hour of turning off your vehicle. When you turn it back on, it's gonna instantly turn on. With the DO10-15, you could get up to 3 days. So you could shut down the vehicle, come back 2 days later, turn it back on, and it's gonna fire right up, right where it left off. The boot time is about 3 seconds. It's almost instantly. The most the CC10 gives you is it's about an hour. So but also keep in mind, when these units stay on that suspension mode, your DVR camera stays on. So this one will keep recording for an hour. This one keeps recording up to 3 days. So if you have a weak battery, you need to keep an eye on this. Again, to disable that feature or enable it, you're gonna go into apps, settings, then you go into car settings and into shutdown delay. On the DO10-15, we're gonna go into settings, car settings, and there will be sleep, and you could change that there. In order for this to take effect, of course, you have to scroll down here, just swipe down and press the reset button. When you reset, it will take those settings and start it up next time you start up. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over some facts and specs about the DO10-15 and the CC10. The CC10-15 has 2 gigabytes of RAM with 32 gigabytes of ROM. The ROM is how much music or data or files you could put inside of this system. And it also features a 4-core processor. This one here, the DO10-15, is 4 gigabytes of RAM, 64 gigabytes of ROM, and an 8-core processor. The DO10-15 also includes Carplay. It's built into the system, so you don't need to buy an extra item like the Wireless Pro or the Wired Pro. like you have to do on this unit. So this one has it built in already, and I'll show you how that works in a little bit. So both these units come with a rear view camera. This is the camera, so when you go into reverse, you should be you can see what's behind the image behind your car. So it comes with this camera, both of them do. It comes with a front DVR camera. This camera goes on your windshield. This is in case you want to keep it, in case of an accident or anything, you could just use this as proof or whatever. Just have it in the front of your vehicle. Both units come with USB cables with 2 ports in. They both include the door chime, radio antenna, a microphone, and some people ask why do it come with a microphone, and that's simply because some Camaros don't even have the Bluetooth system, so they have to run this wire to their car. It also has a microphone built in the front here, both of them do. Also included is a GPS antenna. Both of them come with the digital Octopus brain, which is the CAN bus. This is the most important part of this unit here. This is what controls everything. Your AC, steering wheel controller, everything comes from this little piece right here. Both of them come also with a Wi-Fi antenna that you could connect on the back. This way you could connect your to your phone to get internet, or you could connect to a hotspot with any of these units. Here is one system that comes with the DO10-15, and this is for a SIM card. And if you open this up, what you see inside is SIM card reader. So you could actually connect a SIM card like from your phone, and you could grab internet directly from the SIM card, so it doesn't have to use the Wi-Fi. Of course, this costs money to get a plan, so you could get your rates from your local telephone company, whatever cell phone system you use. You could just plug that in and you could get internet through them. And lastly, you get the 4G antenna for the DO10-15, and this is so you could get the cellular signal into your system. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open 2 apps at the same time, and let's see which one opens up first. All right, first off, we're gonna start with Chrome. This one already loaded up, so it's not much of a difference, but there's a difference. I mean, you could tell. Let's scroll down. This video is still loading. So yes, definitely much faster, and that's because it's twice the RAM. But they both work great. They're both good units. See, so right away you see more response. Let's go into a new page where I haven't gone before. Let's try, I don't know, let's try AOL.com. Let's see. Okay, so I have AOL.com on both. I'm gonna hit the go at the same time. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this guy loaded up. A few seconds later, this one will load up. So like again, you'll see the difference on the speed. All right, so let's go back to the home screen on both of them. Okay, so next we're gonna test it side by side with the apps built into the system. This one I don't have a GPS software installed on it yet, so we're gonna skip that one for now. But let's go with the other one. So let's go with the radio. They kind of open up at the pretty much at the same time. Bluetooth, same time. And then we have music, same time. Video, about the same time as well. And let me go back to Bluetooth. And if you notice on Bluetooth, if we go to settings here, in the settings on this one is a little bit different, so you have more options to connect. So you have a wider variety of items that you could connect to here. One of them being your like if you have an ODB device, you could connect it right into the unit and it'll go from here. This one you could connect it just takes a little bit longer. The process is a little bit different, but it still could be done on both of them. And finally, let's do an EQ test. This is where another difference that you'll see between the DO10-15 and the CC10-15. So we're gonna click on EQ. So as you can see now, you have more options here. It's more channels, so you could scroll through there and it gives you much better audio performance for those of you guys that want to get that peak sound. This is the channels that we have available. It has the presets, so same presets here, right? But then let's go into the next one, and that will be shown here. It's about the same. This is when you have your subwoofer, you could control that here, and the loudness here. Here you have presets for your sounds. This is the bass boost, and this is about it for this on the EQ. So it's much more simplified than this one. The zone, and then this is where you can control your amp volume, your subwoofer, I'm sorry, you can control it right here. And you have a bass filter. So I'm gonna show you what the back looks like now. This way you can compare what's going on in the back and how to wire this cable. I'm gonna do a separate video for the DO10-15 on the installation. Is pretty easy. It's the same as this one, the 10-15, the CC10-15, except for the DO10-15 you need to run the 4G antenna and the SIM card reader, which is not necessary if you're not going to use it. Other than that, everything else is the same. So here are the two head units, one on top of the other, and as you can see here, the bottom one is the DO10-15, the top is the CC10-15. You won't see what's here, but that basically what goes in these connectors here is this right here, those RCA connectors. And it's a harness that kind of looks like this, and then it plugs in right into the back here. And then you have all these wires. So basically this here, the microphone is up in here. Other than that, you have your USB connector, which also comes from these two guys here. The only difference here is that you have a third input for your 4G antenna here. Then the GPS and the Wi-Fi is the same, so it's almost the same thing here on the back. You have a 15 amp fuse, and both radio have 45 watts per channel, 4 channels. The sides, and that's the front. So again, this is the DO10-15, and this is the CC10-15. Going through the front of the radio, again, everything is exactly the same on both. As far as the buttons, how it looks and everything, we could actually change that screen and put it there, and here's basically the same screen. Same buttons, lock, unlock, hazard, lock. For you 2014 and 2015, the cars that have the MindLink system on it, these buttons don't work, and that's because your harness is not wired for that. It wasn't there in the first place. We're working to getting rid of these buttons for the next revision for just those cars, but as of right now these two buttons will not work on those vehicles just because that feature was never there to begin with. Now there are some 2014 2015 that have the older head unit and it had the lock button from the center console, and then that it will work just because it has the harness already wired in. Both of them have the home button mode, and we're just gonna click right through these. You have mode just changes what you're seeing on the screen. Navigation will take you directly into the navigation system. We were in the navigation, so that's why I clicked this out. The phone will take you directly to the phone if you want to make a phone call. You have media. Media is usually the videos pop up here. And then dim just makes the screen darker here, and you can preset this to whatever darkness you want later. And then you have your track. You can change your tracks here, and then you have your volume. Same as here, you have your volume here. Everything else is pretty much the same as far as statics. Go over real quick about that CarPlay, just so you guys could see how that works on the system. I went ahead and switched this to another unit that has the actual apps that come installed when the customers receive it. For the CC10-15, again, you will need the Digital Octopus wired or wireless pro, depending on what you want. If you want to connect wirelessly, you need the wireless, and then if you need if you just want to connect, save money and connect to the USB, then you will use the wired pro, which is this one here. They both do the same thing, except this one you have to physically connect the phone in. This one will be wirelessly. So I went ahead and connected both these phones, one to each unit, and to access the CarPlay on this system here, you need to install the AutoKit app, and it'll open up here. For the DO10-15, it's already pre-installed for you, and the app is called T-Link, and it's right here. And as you can see, it's both the same. They're both wirelessly right now, wirelessly connected. Again, you need the dongle to get the CarPlay on this one here. This one has it built in. Everything else is the same on both the units. So, and this is the apps just vary depending on what apps you have on your phone that are compatible with the Apple CarPlay itself. For example, on this one here, this is my personal phone. I have Pandora. This phone doesn't have it, so it's probably not gonna show up here. I'm sorry, let me go back in, and we're gonna click on home. You have Sirius XM. You could get Sirius XM here, same thing. Again, this is all depending on what you have on your phone pre-installed, and it'll show up here. For you guys that asked me about the Sirius XM antenna, no, it's not compatible, and the workaround is just using the XM radio app, and then once you log in, you'll be able to listen to XM radio connected via your phone, but you'll be able to control everything from the screen. Same thing here. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a call from one phone to another, and let's see what that looks like. So I'm gonna call this number here. And there you go. This is my son's phone, this is my phone. As you can see, you're gonna get the options here of your phone, what speaker you want it out from. So if you select the DO10-15, of course it's going to use the microphone that's here. You will get, if you're calling from this one, you will get the Carplay device. This thing has a little microphone built in, so if you have this in the glove compartment, it's not going to work. What you want to do on this situation is connect to your vehicle. You're gonna get an option, and then it'll connect directly to your car's Bluetooth system. And I'm gonna go ahead and end that, or you could end it from here too as well. Okay, so just for reference, this is the CC10-15 with the wireless Pro, and we're gonna shut it off and turn the car back on and see how long it takes for it to boot up. This process takes about 30 seconds. After it turns on, it takes another 10 to 15 seconds for the wireless CarPlay to kick in. So under a minute, you should be good to go. There it is. As soon as it opens up, you can see the CarPlay here, or it show up here. Again, if you shut off the car with the CC10 and you leave, you come back, when you open the switch, it's gonna do that restart process again. So it's gonna take another 30 seconds to load up. That's unless you use the sleep feature, which allows you to do that for up to 1 hour. With the DO10-15, you could do this feature and activate it for 3 days. So you could go home, go to sleep, come back next day, turn it on, and the system will be right on. Okay, so, and to show you real quick, this is again the CC10-15. If we go to settings, so we can make that waiting time for 1 hour, the sleep timer. So we'll go to car settings, and then we're gonna go down to shutdown delay, and we could actually make it for 1 hour. So this is what happens when you do 1 hour. You could I actually have to restart the radio so it could take effect, but let's see if it does it right away. So we're gonna turn it off, leave the car, come back and open the switch, and there it is. It pops up right away. The DO10-15 does this all the time for up to 3 days. This one only does it for 1 hour. So if you leave your car again for more than an hour, when you restart, it has to do the entire booting process. Okay, so we're back. So now we have the DO10-15 installed. Let's see what the shutdown delay is on this radio. We're gonna go to car settings, and we are gonna go into sleep, and it has it for 1 day. So if I shut down the car, the radio, if I shut it down, leave the car, come back and open the switch, it should load up right away. There it is. And this will do it, you know, for the entire day, or you can put it for 3 days. It's up to you. And now let's see CarPlay, how that works here. So we're gonna connect. So right now it says waiting, but now it's gonna be connecting since I'm already connected to this Bluetooth. So much faster. Here's my GPS, XM radio. Everything is already built in. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna shut down. I have a T-Link here. I'm gonna shut it down and see if I leave come back when I turn it on. Will it continue on the same spot? Let's see. T-Link. Yes, it is right there. Same as the other one. When you restart, it should be right there when you get back to your screen. Hope that helps. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Digital Octopus Radio, and visit our website, digitaloctopusradio.com, where we make these radios for Gen 5 Camaros. That's 2010 to 2015. Have a good one.